Hello, family. How you guys doing? It's just people again. It's us as usual. Thank you for pressing play for us. Today we have something incredible. Myself, Mokonzi, and Shadia, as always, here. Just trying to have a conversation. Just two people having a conversation, sharing our opinions, our expertise when we do have expertise, and just allowing others to see a different angle into matters, right? Being able to look at things from a different view and say, hey, I didn't know people thought like that, or I didn't know that people that thought like that because of such and such, right? Or some people that may be that may think like us, that don't know that other people think like them, or aren't sure that there are enough people that think like them. Find us and say, hey, you know what? There are other people that do think like myself. Guys, again, and as I was saying, this is a place where we're here to nurture each other, to grow together, teach each other, learn together, a place of love, a place of just imparting information and knowledge to one another, and not a place of hate. We're not here to just discriminate, love only one side and let go of the other. We're here to love everything, learn from everything, and understand why things work the way they work, and see how we can best help each other as the world continues to grow. Free thinkers, like Shadia always says, we are free thinkers, and that's the beauty of being in this world, and just in America as well, being able to be free of our thoughts and things that we express. Now, I would like to let Shadia speak, but before I let Shadia speak, I'm just going to introduce the subject today is, how do you feel about police brutality? Shadia, please take over for me.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Makanzi. I always appreciate your openings, your intros. They're lively. They get me ready to go. And I'm ready to jump in about this topic. So first, before we do it, did you want to, this is.
So go ahead. I mean, like we always say, right? Comment, subscribe, help us out by liking.
Absolutely.
Comments, we take it very, very, we have it as very important for us because we read everything that you guys will write, and also use that to better our content, better our information, and I give you guys something that you guys can actually learn from. So please subscribe and comment down below, like. And also, one thing I want to do is I just want to play a quick video of what it looks like, what police brutality does look like. So give me 1 second here, and I will play this for you guys so that you guys get an idea of what we are talking about here. And then I believe Shadia is gonna jump in and
yes, that's what I was kind of trying to figure out. We wanted to show the video first before I jumped in on that. Okay.
All right, let's go, guys. And this right here on the video right now is something that just happened in Louisiana not too long ago. And you can see that a lot of this targets blacks, right? So this is what we want to kind of talk about and tackle this subject right here. How inhumane of a treatment these people go through under the hands of the police. Okay, that was the little clip I wanted to show and share with us. So Shadia, please let us hear how you feel about this.
Okay. First and foremost, things like that are difficult to watch when you empathize with people and see Black men, like you said in those videos, many Black men, the people who I call father, the people who I call brother, the people who I call mate, you know, people who I call family and friends, Black men being treated less than animals. When it comes to police brutality, to me, it's very simple. It's a very simple observation of abuse of power. So obviously, the police are in a position to be obeyed and be, you know, expected to uphold the law and be expected to help us when a crime is committed against us or in front of us. But when you see stuff like this, it makes it difficult to trust them. It makes it difficult to rely on them. It makes it difficult to have faith in them and their ability to keep you safe. Because what happens in instances like that is you wonder if these are supposed to be our protectors and our protectors are hurting us, who do we call now? Who do you call when the one who's charged with protecting you hurts you? Who do you turn to when you're helpless against someone of authority? You know what I mean? And in any instance of that, of authority figure abusing their power and making a person who is, I guess, expected to adhere to their rules. When that happens, where can you turn? And oftentimes you see those kind of videos and the guys are yelling out for help. The guys are yelling out, somebody help me. And then you wonder who can help them? Who's going to come and attack the police and help you or push the police off you or risk themselves also being in that position because they're trying to help you? That's how difficult it is when I see that. So to me, police brutality is literally like a grand scale of bullying. It's a grander scale of abuse of power. It's a grander scale of oppression. It's a grander scale of inhumanity. And it's disgusting, quite frankly. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. It's horrible. And the thing is, the methods or the means that they're taking to reprimand these officers when they do stuff like this, it's like a little, you know, when your mom used to pop your hand to stop you, like, oh, that's, you know, I'm not gonna do it again because I don't want to get popped. But if I do it again, I know that all that's gonna happen is I'm just gonna get popped. So it's no big deal. You know what I mean? And when they weigh those options, oh, okay, I get suspended with pay for 3 months. Okay, that means I get to chill at home for 3 months and get paid for it because I beat somebody up when I was supposed to be maybe attempting an arrest or a routine traffic stop or whatever it is, you know. So yeah, the question of how do I feel about police brutality, I am disgusted by it, I'm disturbed by it, and even further, I'm disgusted and disturbed by the lack of implementation of consequences when it happens and it's seen like that. Videos, you know what I mean, with the technology now, almost everything is recorded. So you got video proof that they did this, and all you're gonna do is send them home for a little while, you know. And it's just disgusting, it's disturbing, and it's discouraging.
I have a quick question for you. So
Yeah.
how do you, what do you think would be a solution? Just briefly give us like a solution you think could help this situation that we see ourselves in.
The same situation as anyone else who attacks someone and hurts them. First and foremost, as police officers, I do not believe they should be able to keep their jobs when they do things like this. And secondly, I believe they deserve jail time for the offenses that they commit. If you commit assault, if you or I, McCombie, commit assault, we are going to go face a judge. We might go to jail. We might, whatever the circumstances are, something is going to happen as a result of one of us assaulting someone. And it's the same concept. It's actually even worse because you have a sworn oath to protect and uphold the law. So yeah, I think they should lose their jobs, and I think they should face whatever consequences anyone else who assaults someone, hurts someone, shoots someone, stabs someone, kills someone deserves. I think that's what they deserve as well, because they're not above the same reprimand that the rest of us ordinary everyday citizens would get for that offense.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Yes, when it comes to that question of how I feel when I see such a video, just like you, it's disturbing, because these and it's usually black men that you see, and I'm a black man myself, and spent some years in the US. I have a story that I've shared on other platforms where as a kid I was walking in a neighborhood, in my friend's neighborhood in New Orleans, and which is weird that this shows Louisiana, but I was walking in a neighborhood in New Orleans, and and knocked at the door, at my friend's door, to go in, and his mom came out and said, "Oh no, he's not here right now, and he'll be coming back at such and such time." And as I'm like walking out of that place, I end up the police end up like coming and stops in front of me, right? And I had seen that policeman as I was walking. I had seen that policeman parked, and I thought, they probably live here. And this was like I was younger. I was a teenager, and that was the years, that I was newer to the U.S. Right? I didn't know what was really happening in the U.S. And as a kid too, like I didn't that much more. I didn't know that much more. So I see a police. I'm like, oh, he probably lives here. Let me ask to see if I can play with my friend. If not, then I'm gonna bounce or whatever. And the police pulls up, and I'm on the grass, and I see the police. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what's going on? I don't know. So he asked me. He's like, man, like, what you doing here? And I'm like, I just came to check on my friend and see if he's here, and kind of just like, hang out and play. He's like, oh, okay, okay. Tell me who you are, where you're from, and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, you know, right. But I was like, okay, I'm all scared, right? I'm super scared at this point. And, I've kind of heard of what happens in the US, but never experienced it, and was newer to the US. So wasn't sure that was something that really actually happens, right? So because of that, I'm kind of like, I can't do any kind of movement, abrupt movements. I'm all tensed up now. And back home, what they say to kids is like, oh, if you do something wrong, the way they scare you is like, oh, the policeman will come. And very rarely you see the policeman come and beat and do all these things that we see here. So the police asked me all these questions. Then I told him, the school that I was going to and everything else. So he looks and he's like, oh, okay, that's a wonderful school. In his head, he's like, oh, okay. So as soon as I said the school name, it was as if like I got a pass. He gave me basically like a pass, like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool, cool. And I gave him my student ID as well and stuff like that. And he can tell I can't speak English very well. So he's like, oh, this guy is not American. So then he's like, okay, oh, I apologize for this. We just got a phone call from a person that lives in the neighborhood. That person always calls us all of the time when there's people, when there are blacks in this neighborhood. It's like I didn't even want to come, when I got the call, and but I was forced to come by, by my superiors, because we still gotta respond. and it's like, you're fine, I'm just doing the due diligence here, and I apologize. But that example is one out of a million, right? That he doesn't come out, doesn't ask questions, jumps, runs after beats, and does all of these different things. So for me, I think that um, there has to be a cultural mindset change, right? Because you see a lot of black Americans um, being of lower income, coming from lower income community and so on and so forth. So people now have this tendency to right away say, oh, these people, a black person might be someone who is who's up to no good because of the fact that they don't have the proper means, right? So for me is, we need to start training the policemen differently, and we need to have a cross training with cultural, emotional, and mental. Just like you do a background check on a person before they buy a gun, right? You want to see if this person is already biased, against a certain group, because the police, like you said, like Shadia just said to us, is here to protect us, not to be, against us. Now, if you are part of a certain community and you see the police and the police being after your community in one way or another, using brutality, when you see the police, your first reaction is fear, right? Because even when I saw that policeman, it's fear. So when someone is in fear, it's what kicks in is a flight or fight, right? So some people want to run away, and some people are like, that's it, let me just fight this, because they don't think anymore, and the police is coming in, and the police also is not thinking anymore, right? The police is like, oh, this person is this way, let's go after. So I really think that there has to be better education. There has to be police, because police are from different races, different communities, different ethnicities, different languages. They need to go into the other communities, spend time with the other people, understand the other people, or be of that community in order to police those people. Meaning, if as an example, right? I'm not saying this is the best example, but meaning, if a person of color is to be stopped or arrested or so on and so forth, another person of color needs to be present, needs to be called to the location, and needs to be allowed to handle that part of things. But we are here just not for a long time.
We're
We
here
were
for a
here
good
just
time, not a long time.
exactly. We're here for a good time. That's right. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit what we were talking about, um, and have your own opinions. Please put those opinions down. I don't know if Shadia has anything else for us. Let me just quickly ask her before we go, and to prepare for the next one.
Oh, no. Today I'm gonna be a good girl. I am sorry that happened to you in your youth, though. That sucks. Like, that really sucks. And if no one ever said it, I'm sorry that happened to you.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So no, I don't have anything else to say. We'll dive in a little later down the line on different topics like this. So yeah, as Mackenzie said, and as I'd like to remind you guys, like the video, subscribe to our channel, comment your thoughts and feelings. Coming up, we're going to be sharing different ways to get in touch with us outside of this particular platform, so that you can contact us if you like to do so anonymously and so forth. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening into our thoughts, and yeah, peace.
Thank you. Thank you, Shadia. So yes, like Shadia said, please comment, like, subscribe. Again, thank you so much for pressing play and staying with us and believing in us. And as always, we want you guys to be part of this, part of the journey. And we are more than willing and open to have one of you guys on here with us. So if that is of your interest, please let us know in the comment section. And as Shadia also said, there are many different things that we're working on behind the scenes, means for you guys to communicate with us directly, and also means for you guys to support us even more on in different ways, PayPal and so on and so forth. And also we're working on some swag coming up. And I mentioned something too a couple shows ago, a couple conversations ago, which was that we're also working on coaching as well for different things, right? For counseling and so on and so forth, and maybe even language teaching. So thank you again. Enjoy your day. Be blessed. All of this is out of love. We do need police. Police is a good thing, and we're not saying that, take away the police. No, we do need police to protect us, from those that are really out there to do wrong, right? But we just want fair treatment for everyone, not just for blacks, not just for whites, not just for someone, but everyone, so that we can live in harmony. That's our goal. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day, week, month, night, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.